Hey boys and girls, this is Mr. Aaron. Today I'm going to read you a story called A World of Change. It's a really good book about science. Have you ever noticed that the world is always changing? Scientists observe changes to learn more about the world around them. What kinds of changes do you observe in this photo? So here we have a little boy and he's dumping leaves into a wagon. So if you look at the leaves, think about what color are they? And how come there's so many on the ground? That would indicate a certain season. I'm thinking fall. Things change in many ways. Some things can change in size. Is this balloon right here getting bigger or smaller? So let's think about it. She's blowing air into it. So that balloon is getting bigger. Some things can change in temperature. What is happening to the water inside this kettle? What will change after the kettle is removed from the heat? So the heat on this stove is making the water hot, which is producing steam. If you see this in your kitchen, should we touch it? Not at all. But if you take that off, eventually the water will get cold. How are these bananas changing? Are they changing in size, color, or shape? What do you think they will look like after 2 weeks? So these green bananas are not quite ripe. So when they turn from green to yellow, then you know you can eat them. So this page, you see 2 kids painting something. What do you think that is? It's a dinosaur. Some changes are made by people. How is this dinosaur model being changed? So if you see the kids, they have paintbrushes. And it looks like their teacher is helping them paint the dinosaur different colors. Some changes take place in nature. These are both panther chameleons. And what ways do they look different? So the top one looks brown and yellow. Ooh, and this bottom one looks kind of like a green, maybe the color that you could call teal. Chameleons change color to blend in with different surroundings. How might this help them survive? So that would be something called camouflage. They blend in with their environment so a predator would not get them. Some changes happen slowly. This girl's hair took years to grow so long. How long will it take to cut? Not very long with one little snip of those scissors, right? Some changes happen quickly. It takes only a second to break apart an eggshell. What's that circle right there called? Yolk. An egg cooks in only a few minutes. In what ways does it change as it cooks? What do you think causes the change to happen? So you see the egg? Somebody put it in a skillet. You probably see this happen at home with your mom and dad. And once they turn on the flame and it gets hot, the egg starts to cook. Sometimes when a change takes place, things can reverse or change back to the way they were. Water can freeze into ice, but then it can melt into water again. What changes can you think of that can be reversed? So if we look right here, other changes cannot be reversed. Once a caterpillar changes into a butterfly, can it change back into a caterpillar? So boys and girls, we see this all the time when we're at recess. I see all of you guys looking at these on our milkweed plants. So then the caterpillar goes into its chrysalis. And then as you all know, it would then turn into a butterfly. We're gonna be seeing this happen a lot right now in the season of spring. Could this butterfly then go back to a caterpillar? Nope. What do you think the eggs, icicles, and seedlings looked before changes took place? So these colored eggs that we will probably be all doing at home for Easter were white at one point, but now they have colors. What changes happened naturally? Which were caused by people? Do you see any changes that were caused by both nature and people? So see these icicles, which is frozen water. Once the sun hits them, they will change back into water. See how they're dripping? Predict any changes that might happen to these things in the future. Will each thing change in size, color, shape, temperature? So see all these right here? These are plants that are growing from the ground. But before they were plants, what were they? You should know this. They were seeds. What changes are happening in the world around you? Some changes are easy to observe. Other changes must be studied over time. Compare how long the changes you see here took. So this is a picture of a chair outside. You see trees, lots of snow, and then something really slick right here. A lot of ice. It's probably winter. And then in spring, like we're in right now, there's the chair. Look at all the flowers, the grass, and the trees. And then the ice is now water. It's a river. Which change would take several years? Which change can happen in one season? And which change took only a few minutes? So if you look at the top, popcorn kernels turn into popcorn when we cook them. That takes only a few minutes. But a puppy growing into a dog, that change happens over years. You too change in many ways. How have you grown over the past year? What have you learned this week? What changes will you make in your world in the days ahead? So see this little boy? She is measuring him, and as the years go, he'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. So we're always growing and changing. The end. I hope you liked this book, and I can't wait to read another one to you soon. See you later.